Hello and welcome to my review of DiRT Rally. This is a title by Codemasters that was released for early access back in the spring with, they've done regular updates about every month to now, and they're possibly releasing this for official release before Christmas. Right now in the game there are three disciplines. You have Rally, which is the main discipline, hill climb, and rallycross. The rallycross is actually officially titled with FIA rights to it. So it's the FIA World Rallycross Championship. The main focus of this game, though, is the rally racing. Hill climb is only Pikes Peak, and rallycross I find is just for if you want the PvP racing or actually racing with other cars on the track. I much prefer the rally. It's what I grew up playing. Overall, this game is amazing. Don't take the DiRT title the wrong way. This is no like DiRT 1, 2, or 3. This is definitely more back to their Colin McRae rally. Definitely more simulation. As you'll see here, you need to brake before going over a jump. The only part I find that isn't super good on the simulation is that the damage you take in a crash. Like in that, I should have done way more. You don't do too much. You do have cosmetic damage, but overall mechanical damage isn't great. It could definitely be more challenging in that respect. You can get punctures, which is a nice new feature than most rally games will give you, comparatively to, say, WRC5, which I did a review on. I haven't run into a puncture there, but you can actually knock out your engine a lot quicker there. Overall, career mode, I'll put career in quotation marks, is basically just you driving through the championship, one rally in each of the locations. Right now the locations are Monte Carlo, Greece, Wales were the original three. They have added Germany, Finland, and Sweden is to come. Sweden should actually be out probably in the next couple of weeks. You start off only being able to purchase a 1960s front-wheel drive car, which some people dislike. I think is a really good idea. That teaches you how to drive correctly. You'll notice my driving here isn't the greatest. This is the first time I've taken this car out. But it teaches you how to drive a rally car. You don't have a ton of power, you've only got front wheel drive, you have to carry the speed through the corners. You can't just apply the power and hope to get out of it, which is great. And then you have 5 levels of championship, from, I think they call it Open or Clubman, all the way up to Masters. Don't be put off. The lead driver, no matter what difficulty, does about the same. It's just the gaps as you go down, and you only need to finish 3rd in the championship to move up. If you are in the bottom 3 of the 16-person championship, you will move down, which is a nice aspect. And really the only difference in difficulty is that the time between each driver is a lot less. So, it might be really easy to slot into 2nd, but once you get up to Masters, if you're 30 seconds off the first guy, you are well down the leaderboard. You'll be lucky if you're even in 10th place. Overall, they've done a really good job on weather. You'll notice actually a lot of the clips in this video, it's clear or cloudy, but there can be rain or snow depending on, obviously Monte Carlo you get more snow, but you can even have fog there. Wales very often is rainy, which makes the roads quite slippery. The hill climb it's good. You've got only your Group B hill climb cars currently. So you got your Audi Quattro and the Renaults. No co-driver. you definitely need to learn Pikes Peak if you don't already know it. And Rallycross is about the only time you truly get any current cars, because it's officially licensed. They have your Volkswagen Polos, your Fiestas. They do have the Countryman, Mini Countryman, and I believe a Subaru STI. Other classes for Rally, they've got every class you can imagine just about for Rally, from the 1960s cars like this Mini, through to Group B, both rear-wheel drive and four-wheel drive Group B cars, all the way up to the 2010s. So they do have the Ford Fiesta and the Mini Countryman WRC cars. You'll notice at the end, I'm not a huge fan of the R4 class, which has your STI and your Evo 10 in it. Another thing to note in the career mode that can put some people off is you don't actually, when you buy the car, get it fully upgraded. So the first upgrade you always unlock is your advanced setup, which I highly recommend you play around with. You're going to prefer a different setup than a lot of people. Personally, I prefer quite a neutral setup, not overly aggressive on my toe or camber, and something that leans towards more of a front-wheel drive feel. Even on a four-wheel drive car, I put the torque bias to the front. It's just how I prefer the car to feel. And then, of course, after your advanced setup, you get weight reduction, turbo upgrades to give you more power, and this is all done by the distance you drive. One complaint that I would have is the length of stages. Codemasters has said with the current engine that these are essentially as long as they can be. Each country has 2 stages that are either 10 to 11 kilometers long. The other stages are either the reverse of the full long stage or around half of it. The short stages are kind of 3.5 to 5 kilometers long. I would like them to, do a full 20k stage. Like Monte Carlo, your 2 long stages are each side of the Col de Turini. It'd be great to be able to drive up and over. Maybe if they do a second one, we'll get to see that. But overall, it's definitely worth it to pick this game up. It's an amazing driving game, especially if you enjoy rally games. The notes in this game are the best I've ever heard. Gives you a ton of information. It'll definitely take you, a bit to get used to it, but having off cambers or crests called to you, plus the distance to them, is amazing. Like I mentioned in my WRC5 review, where they just have 4 and into, it's not the most intuitive. This here, they'll tell you, 80 being 80 meters to the next corner or to the crest. Plus, Codemasters has actually gone out to these stages and measured them. They are not laser scanned, they did it through photos and measuring the width of the roads. So these are actual stages. In Wales even, you have the Sweet Lamb stage that you can see in the WRC in that bowl. And it looks the exact same. If you look at some onboards on the Col de Turini, it looks the same as in the game. This makes the stages feel a lot better instead of, always kind of having the same type of corner. They vary. The road feels more natural. Not to mention you can actually see the road, sometimes in Greece, across the valley of where you're going to be going. So as I said, overall this is an absolutely excellent game and I highly recommend it. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I try to do these reviews once a week, plus upload a few other gameplay reviews or other videos. And if there's anything you'd like to see, give me a comment. Thanks for watching.
To left 150 to finish.